Just as it has always been, when our memories of the ancient world fade into twilight, a new era dawns to fill the void, an unfamiliar path with a pulse of its own, a tempo not dictated by the labor of men, but accelerated by the rhythm of machines, launching the world into an age of bold innovation. From this cauldron of steel and sweat, a vision of prosperity emerged. Harnessing the untold power of the elements, turning night into day. Creating new designs that brought the world stage to the masses. And providing an experience that many had never imagined. The advent of mechanized warfare brought devastation like none the world had ever seen. Providing a window of opportunity for some to dictate conformity as regimes spread their ideologies with a heavy hand. Inciting the world to the brink of war. And yet, some chose a different path, and through their vision brought unique perspectives to the world. As singular proponents of free thinking remained, striving for peace in their endeavors to unlock the secrets of the universe, some of which would fill our hearts with fear and regret. And as this progress unfolds, the finite nature of our world becomes clear. Our survival, the survival of all the world's peoples, depends on our ability to coexist in peace. But this peace is tenuous. Although mankind will always look onward, yearning for more, searching for new boundaries, only to break through them, with the understanding that this world is one in which we all share, comes the responsibility of knowing that the decisions you make today will have a lasting impact on the generations of tomorrow.
Alright, hello everyone! Welcome back to Saxon Gamer Plays. This time I'm going to be covering Brave New World, which came out today, or I'm recording on the 9th. This video might not go up until the 10th, it all depends, but it came out today. It's an expansion pack onto the Civilization 5 game. It's the second or third expansion pack. I know Gods and Kings was the last one and focused more on religion. I don't know what this one does. It seems like it focuses on science. And advanced warfare. So, anyway, it looks like it's pretty much the same menu. So let's actually go set up a game. There's a couple new civilizations that have showed up apparently, so I want to see what they are. There's one I'm really looking forward to, and I already know who I'm going to play. I think Morocco was a new one. Alexander was there. Assyria I don't think was there before. I know Attila was there, I know Caesar was there, I know Bismarck was there, I know Boudica was there. Casimir III. I'm playing as him just because it's Poland and I have a Polish heritage, so I'm really interested in playing as him for that sake. But Catherine, Darius, Dido, Elizabeth was there. I think Enrico Dandolo is another new one too. He's from Venice. I think Gahamada, who's Indonesia, I think he's new too. I know Gandhi was there, Khan was there, Gustavus was there, Ethiopia was already around, Denmark was one of the expanded, small little, like, you can buy certain civilizations to play. Arabia was already there, all these guys were pretty much there prior to this. I think Maria of Portugal was new. Austria's been here, Aztecs has been here, France has been here, Babylon, was Babylon here? I think he might have been. That's not new, not new, not new. I think Pedro II is new. Ooh. Founded cities start with additional territory. Oh, that's interesting. This looks like it's a Native American group or something. The Shoshone. Huh, interesting. Okay, I think that's all for the new guys. Oh, Zulu too, he's new. Alright, anyway. And I think everyone here has already been... Alright, so there's a quick cover of that as to what civilizations are available now. I am taking... No, not the Vikings, I'm doing Casimir. Because I have Polish heritage, as I said. Now, I'm gonna go with... What do I want to go with? Let's go Fractal. A highly random map, though often from thin, snaky continents. Earth, I think it actually makes it look like the actual Earth, which I'm not too keen on that. Pangea starts with one big landmass, which I'm not... Alright, we'll go with Fractal. And with this, we don't want dual, we want standard. I may go advanced, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with the basic. I'm going to go Chieftain, same, and I want quick, because I don't want this series to be too long. I'm going to try my best to make the videos like a half hour or longer. This game can be a little boring, especially when you're first starting out, you don't meet anybody.
All hail noble King Casimir the Great, protector and sovereign of the Kingdom of Poland. You ascended to the throne during a time of great turmoil, with the nation's economy in shambles and its people demoralized by the wars of your predecessor. And yet your reign marked the beginning of a new era, with affluence and security afforded only by way of your careful governance. Among your most notable achievements, the code of laws you established gave legal authority to many of the accepted customs of the time, strengthening the nation. Honored King Casimir, the people have long admired the steady hand of governance you wield. Can you return your kingdom and its subjects to a golden age of prosperity? Will you conquer all those who oppose you, or strive for peaceful relations? Can you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
Alright, so basically what this is, even though Poland wasn't exactly in creation at the beginning of time, in very archaic times, you start in the beginning, there's going to be other civilizations trying to conquer the land with you. You can either choose to go diplomatically, where you just, you avoid war, you try to last till 2050, which will win you a diplomatic victory because you didn't get killed by war or any other method. You can win by science, by building a spaceship, and I think they actually made a new way for this expansion pack to win with science. Then there's your cultural, which you can build the Utopia project, which is a cultural building, and once you build that, you win. And then there's by war, which means you kill everyone else on the map, and you're the only nation surviving. Then there's one other way I'm completely forgetting. Anyway, so there's a couple units that are unique to each empire, or a couple things that are unique to each empire. So the Winged Hussar is a heavy mounted unit, which I think takes the place of either the Knight, specialized in defeating enemy mounted units. This unit is faster and more powerful than the Lancer, which it replaces. Okay, so it's a Lancer unit. So instead of getting a Lancer that all the other civilizations are going to get option to build, we get the Winged Hussar instead, and it's a little bit better than the Lancer. And it forces defenders to retreat when it inflicts more damage than it receives. So you can push an enemy away if you don't end up killing it in one attack, if you deal more damage than the opponent. So that's actually a very powerful thing. And then there's the Ducal Stable, which makes 15% extra production rate and 15% XP for mounted units, which is good. Each pasture worked by a city produces 1 extra production, 1 extra gold, which is awesome. Alright, so you start the game. I'm going to do an actual complete walkthrough, so anybody who hasn't played the game before can pretty much start the game the way, it starts right now, and can play through without needing to worry about the tutorials so much. Oh, what's this? Oh, the culture icon has changed. Okay. And hold on, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. My mom called me and asked me about something. So you start with a settler, which is what this little flag stands for. Each unit has a unique symbol above it, and each nation has a different color combo. So the Polish warriors have red with black being the secondary. You'll see barbarians, which actually don't belong to any particular nation. They're just random wild men that try to attack you and can actually kill some of your units fairly quickly. So there's a bunch of resources. This is wheat here, as you can see in the little pop-up right above the unit needs orders button. There's wine here, there's tundra, there's gems here. So we're actually in a really good place to build our city, and I'd suggest building your city as soon as possible. So they're actually very on top of what the nations actually have. They actually did their research, and Warsaw is a building or was a capital, or it might be now actually, of Poland. So they actually stay very, you can rename them if you want. If you click here, I think you can edit, and you can change the name of the city as you want. Whichever one you want to do. I like keeping them the way they are culturally. It gives me some, some historical knowledge while playing the game. So there's deer here, and some resources are not revealed right now. You have to research certain things in order to do that. I like keeping my science thing here, and I usually keep this one minimized. Alright, but what you saw was I went here and I did fortify. If you fortify something in your city, it protects it, okay, and it makes its defense stronger. That's what this little defense thing is. So there's productions you can choose, so your city can only work on one project at a time. So I think for the sake of exploring the land, I'm going to build a scout. And you can build one research for your entire nation. So I'm going to... Oh, caravans are new. Establish land-based trade routes between two civilizations that yields gold. Can deliver food and production. Huh. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go animal husbandry, so it reveals horses on the map. That's usually what I do, and that's kind of what I suggest, because horses actually end up being a really important mode of transportation. If you don't have horses around, you're going to have a really tough time getting around. That's just what I suggest. Some people prefer different methods of gameplay, and some civilizations will be better without horses. All depends who you play. I haven't played as every civilization, of course, but usually the ones I play, I aim for horses as soon as possible. So one more turn and we get our scout. The beginning of the game is very slow. Alright, so we have our scout. You can tell by this little eagle's head thing here. This is basically what you can do, or this is your unit selection menu. So if you go there, you can go explore. It automates it. It goes and tries to explore every piece of the map it can. Let's go with a worker so we can get some food going here. And this little bar on this side tells you how, and you can see how this one turned to a 2, and now it takes 8 more turns to gain another population boost. I think it's usually like for 100, 200, several. So like if you see a 1 here, there's 100 people or whatever. That's what I like to think about it anyway. So it takes 8 turns in order for...
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth out the corn.
Alright, so every time you research something, a little box like this will pop up and it gives you information. So horses are revealed on the map, and are there any horses around us? Aha! There's some right here. They weren't here before if you took a quick look on the map, but... Alright, trade unit. You've unlocked a constructive caravan. These will only pop up if it's something new. I've turned tutorials off since I know what I'm doing. The earliest trade unit available, once built, can establish a trade route with a city and another civilization that will generate gold. Although you start with the ability to create a single trade route, additional trade route slots can be earned as your civilization becomes more advanced. Okay. What's a caravan? A caravan units become available after you have researched animal husbandry. So another reason why I suggest doing it first thing. They can be used to establish land-based trade routes and have a limited range so that they can travel. Trade routes are able to reach farther over roads. Caravans cannot be moved out of cities and do not count against unit stacking limits. They will reveal the fog of war Oh, okay. You'll notice if your unit is nearby a rivaling barbarian and another nation, or two rivaling nations, or whatever, you'll be able to watch the warfare play out instead of it just happening off screen and you don't care, or no, for that matter. To establish trade route, select the caravan unit and do establish trade route button on the unit panel, and then select a target city. Only cities within range are listed. Once selected, the caravan will travel back and forth for a set amount of turns and will then return to the original city to await a new assignment. Trade units are defenseless, so make sure to scout your potential trade route for threats. Okay, well that's definitely going to be new, and I'm going to be learning how to do that. I'll probably end up doing my own side game, so you're not sitting through all this learning with me, but for now. Alright, and then there's ruins. There's ancient ruins scattered all across the game right when you start. If you land on it, you can get a bonus. Sometimes you can get, your unit can be upgraded to like a spearman or, something higher. Sometimes you can gain population in your city. You can gain a map, so you don't have to search so much. It all depends what you get. Alright, let's do pottery so we can start using our granary. Or we can build a granary, rather. Because once our workers are done, they're going to go and work on this first thing. Or you can get gold. So, you got gold, so let's sum up here. What's this? Oh, okay, that's trade units. Or trade routes. Great work slots filled. Huh. Interesting. There's so many new things in this upgrade. In this DLC, it's actually exciting. We got more wine, and as you can see, wine requires calendar. So, there's more horses here, which is good. And having more than one resource is actually a good thing. Wow, we got a lot of ruins around here. Wow. Okay. We're actually in a very good area in terms of... Oh, okay. Yep, we got a crudely drawn map this time. Oh, cool, we got Florence by us, who is a... they do not fear your military and will resist tribute demands. Okay. To ideology. What? Wait, what's ideology? Ideological tenets may not be purchased until you have chosen an ideology. This source becomes available when you build your third factory or enter the modern era, whichever comes first. Huh. That's interesting. Alright, so only some of these social policies are available at certain eras. You'll see like medieval era, classical era, medieval, Renaissance, classical, stuff like that, and only certain policies can be active at the same time as another. We are going to try to expand our borders soon. Actually, I think I'm going to try to get the new science victory on this run. So that means you just want to boost your science as much as possible. I don't think there's much you can get in terms of science right now. We want to get exploration. That's new too. Huh. What happened to my thing that gave me science, bro? Okay, so this is... adopting exploration gives an extra movement. Adopting commerce will boost gold output. Adopting aesthetics will grant you will earn you great writers, artists, musicians faster. Patronage will cause influence from city-states to degrade slower. Alright. I think there's actually a cultural bonus from the most culture you... Adopting honor gives a 33% combat bonus versus barbarians, and notifications will be provided when a new barbarian encampment spawn in rival territory. Gain culture for the empire from each barbarian killed. Unlocks building the statue of Zeus. More. We'll go with Liberty for now, I guess. Sorry, I was very confused. I didn't realize they were going to have a bunch of different social policies. Or, actually, they removed a few. Alright, so you can see our board is actually expanded a little more.
Say to him that fashioneth it, what makest thou?
Alright, so we got our worker. I like to set them on automate, at least for now. until I get something specific I want to get. Let's go with monument, and then we actually, let's go shrine so we can get a religion sooner, because there's one that actually helps our science output through religious means. So I want to get that first. Let's go with archery. There's a little bit of waiting.
He who commands the sea has command of everything.
Ooh, advanced technology. What did we get? Okay, it'll probably tell us in a turn or so. It'll probably tell us something next turn that we already have researched automatically. Or not. Alright, so those are barbarians. They're black with red as a secondary, so they're the opposite of our color. That's going to get very confusing. Let's see. Let's just go. There's not much I can do at the moment. I don't have too many units. Oh, great. Hopefully these guys leave us alone. Cool, we can adopt a policy. Let's go with this so we can get an extra worker. Okay. Now we'll set you guys to automate so you guys can start doing stuff. We have to get mining next. We have to work on that. Alright. No available land trade routes. I don't quite want a settler yet, and it looks like I'm on a nice straight piece of land between some water, which is good, so long as nobody is around me that's going to get in my way. What is this? Oh, okay, that's a river. Okay, never mind. Alright, let's actually go with a warrior so we can actually start taking down some of the barbarians around us here. Alright, so occasionally these will come up. They're little reports to compare yourself to other nations. Some of them will do world's busiest people, so who's actually building the most construction projects at the moment, and we're at the lead, tied with one other nation. We don't know any other people.
The haft of the arrow had been feathered with one of the eagle's own plumes. We often give our enemies the means of our own destruction.
I love those little sayings. I know a lot of them by heart now because I play so much, but let's get mining done so we can actually utilize our gems. Do we have a want for Warsaw yet? No, we don't. Okay. Occasionally, your cities will want a certain resource, a certain luxury resource, and if you get it, you actually boost the happiness of your civilization. You can tell our happiness is only 9 right now. It's decreased by the number of cities, which you only have 1 of, and then by population. So, survivors in the ruins, they gratitude and settle in one of your cities. So maybe we do want to actually look into getting a settler next, so we can get some of that happiness back. Oh, another barbarian encampment. Fantastic. Seems like we actually don't have anybody remotely near us, which is good. Alright, so settler next. As for our warrior... These guys have to go around that mountain, so we're okay from them. I'm more with the threat with these guys up here, so I'm gonna go help. I'm gonna go take them down.
The meek shall inherit the earth, but not its mineral rights.
Great. I'm gonna try to keep those up so they can save the whole line. Out of force of habit, I may end up closing it early because I've heard all these sayings so many times, and I usually go fast when I play. Alright, so calendar we actually have wine, 2 units of wine here, so let's go with calendar next. Once our settler goes, we want to think about maybe sending our settler here. Oh, Colombo, okay. Alright, so city-states, when they actually officially meet you, they'll grant you gold and certain resources first. They are a mercantile group, which means they can give you certain luxury resources that you can't find on the map, like porcelain, jewelry. I think is another one you can't really find on the map, and they occasionally have like other luxury resources. So if you're friends with them, you'll gain access to that resource. So if Warsaw Wanted dies for whatever reason, if I befriend Colombo, I get access to dies, therefore making my nation happy. So city-states, you can either conquer them and take the resources for yourself, or you can just keep befriending with them and you won't worry so much about it. Do they have a task for us right now? They want us to defeat barbarian units. Okay, so taking down this barbarian camp will actually earn us friendship with them. And actually, city-states can fairly defend themselves, too. My god! Crudely drawn map. Fantastic. Ooh, there's a little atoll out here. And one little island of stone. Ooh, we found ivory. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. There's actually a fair amount of stuff around here. I'm kind of happy about this. Alright, so you can... This little button here is an attack button, so you can select where you want to go, and it tells you relatively how well you'll fare. So I'm going to go with these guys, because these guys are fairly weak. I could go after the actual camp here, but they're fortified, so I'd rather take down all these other guys, because no doubt all three of the guys are going to gang up on me. So it's better that you try to defeat ones, or weaken them as much as possible. Yeah, like I said, these guys are all going to gang up on me this turn. I probably walked right into this one. I probably should have seen it coming. Okay, so there's fortify until healed, so you'll be inactive until you're fully healed, or we can just attack, which I think I'm going to try to get rid of these guys. Each unit does gain experience, and you can get upgrades sometimes, and let's see. Oh, 42 of 100 hit points. Alright. How's our experience? 14 of 10. So it's going to say that we're able to upgrade next turn. Oh, awesome. We found a Pantheon. Fantastic. Alright. There's only one that boosts our science output, which is right here, Messenger of the Gods. You gain science in cities that have a city connection. So if we ended up connecting our city to Colombo and to other cities within our nation, we actually get an additional science amount. So the more cities we're friends with and we have a city connection to, the better. So we're going to go with Messenger of the Gods here. And that's just until we actually discover a religion, too. Once a religion is founded, you build on top of the Pantheon. Fantastic. Alright, so we can either go with heal instantly, which it recovers 50 points of our health, so we'll, be 75% or so. And some more combat strength in rough territory, which is anything that is hills, forest, or jungle. Which there's a mixture of. There's some forest, there's some hills, and a lot of this is open terrain. But I'm going to go with heal so we can actually try to take down these guys. And we will. You can zoom in too by using like a scroll wheel or something. Okay. I think I may end my turn in the next... Oh.
So teach us to number our days, so that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
Alright, fantastic. So, I'm going to end it here so it's not too long and too boring for you guys, but this is just the start. In the next episode, we'll probably end up building our second city. Hopefully we can get access to horses so we can start moving around a lot quicker. And then we can also try to befriend Colombo, which is now hating us at the moment because my scouts are traveling through their territory. Fantastic. Anyway, so join me next time. Zexion Gamer, signing off.